Hello there, it is I, Shepherd Chong, bringing to you another episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome. And in this episode, we are finally going over the coin engraver. I keep saying coin engraver. It's just the engraver. Coins are what you use it for. Because this is finally how we put it to use. Okay, so, the engraver. How do you make it? You make it using 3 normal stone, 1 lever, 2 blank coin engravings, which I'll show you how to make in a moment, and an anvil. And that makes the engraver. Now, blank coin engraving. You put an iron ingot in the center of a crafting table and surround it in 8 stone slabs. And that makes 1 blank coin engraving. Now, you're probably wondering about coins at this point. Well, you make coins using a flint in the center and 4 iron ingots around it. Or flint in the center and 4 copper ingots around it. Or flint in the center and 4 tin around it. Yes, Abyssalcraft tin and Abyssalcraft copper finally have a use. Yeah. They're not the easiest things to find, even in Abyssalcraft, and they don't really have a lot of uses aside from the coins. But they are interchangeable with other mods, so if you're using other mods, it's cool. So anyway, the engraver. How does it work? Well, it's just like the other, machines added by Abyssalcraft, it has an interface similar to a furnace. The difference here is that it does not have fuel area. Even though for some reason any ice will still bring up fuel when you click there. Weird. It has an output. It has space for, you guessed it, a coin. And a space for the coin engraving. Now, and this is, again, this is the output, and this is a progress bar. Now, the engraver does not use fuel, so you don't have to worry about that. So, let's see what happens. And boom! Cthulhu engraved coin. No more blank coin. And you'll notice that the coin engraving has taken durability damage. It says 9/10. So, this particular coin engraving had 10 uses, and you have just used 1. Now, I'm going to put this whole stack in there, and come back to that in a bit. Now, how do you turn the blank coin engraving into some other kind of coin engraving? And that's easy. You take a blank coin engraving and combine it with an ethaxium ingot. That's the full-on ingot, not just the normal old brick. And this creates an elder coin engraving. And from there, every other recipe for the types of coin engravings uses the elder coin engraving as a base. So, what kind of engravings are there? Well, this is the Cthulhu coin engraving, which you create with the Elder coin engraving and 5 Shoggoth flesh. Now, these are normal Shoggoths from the overworld. How about this one, which is Zahar coin engraving? Again, Elder coin engraving, and these are Eldritch scales. I have actually shown you how to get those in the past, but these are mob drops from mobs from this dimension. Gonna be talking more about that in mob video, which is, I think, is the next one I'm doing. So another one, Pastore coin engraving. This uses abyssal Shoggoth flesh. Nyarlathotep coin engraving. I can never pronounce that name. It uses the dreaded Shoggoth flesh. And let's see. Yog-Sothoth coin engraving, which uses Omathal Shoggoth flesh. Those are Shoggoths from this dimension. And this is the one you can't get yet, the Shub-Niggurath coin engraving, which uses shadow Shoggoth flesh. Oh, they're Shoggoths from the Dark Realms, the 4th dimension from Abyssalcraft. And then we've got this one here, Azathoth coin engraving, which uses one of each type of Shoggoth flesh. So you can't make this one until you've been to the Dark Realms too. Now, let's see if this is finished up. Yep. It's used up all the durability it had and created a bunch of coins. Created 10 coins. 10 uses. And let's pull out another one just to show it off. Well, actually I don't need to. It shows it off here. The blank coin engraving, by comparison, has 50 uses. Now, why would that be? If you use the blank coin engraving to get the other types of engravings, why does it have durability? Well, I'll show you. If you put in a blank coin engraving and an engraved coin, you will get... Can you guess? You got a second. A normal old blank coin. So say you've got a bunch of coins that you don't need. Well, you can go back and make a blank coin engraving and get them back into normal coins and then make new engravings from those coins. Yeah, they're basically recyclable. So, what does this look like when I'm holding it? Not a whole lot. It's just an item with a symbol, which you can see on these. So, it's finally time to talk about what these are used for. So, as you could probably guess from the fact they are coins, they are used as currency. So what are they used for currency for? Well, if you remember back to the one of the supplemental episodes, the supplemental episode for the mobs, you might remember that by applying liquid antimatter to a villager, you got a mob called a remnant. Remnants spawn in this dimension. What do they look like? They look like these guys. Whoa. Actually, they don't normally look like this guy. Normally they've got something on their face. Huh. Interesting, I've never actually seen that before. Okay, and if I click on him, just like the villagers, he has trading options. He wants 8 Elder Engraved coins for this, a Pastore charm. So, let's get a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wonder why he's not letting me take that. That's interesting. But yeah, you trade them coins for stuff, and he has a... Ah, okay, there it goes. I just had to exit out of it. What else will he trade for? Just another type of charm. So, at this point you might be wondering what those charms are. They weren't in the crafting episode. What are they about? Oh, another type of charm. Well, oh, I've just hit him, and now he won't trade with me. Off the edge you go. Go on. Into the Dark Realm with you. The charms are used in rituals. And I'm going to be going over them in the rituals episode, simply because it's sort of a new thing. But yeah, that is the primary and I think only purpose of the coins. They are used to trade with remnants. Now see, this guy is wearing a mask. That's what's normal for the remnants. Also looks like he's wearing an apron. He walks funny. Ah, and here's something else. You can trade 9 Abyssalcraft ingots to get a coin. That's something that's possible with these guys. Now, let's see if he does it. In that supplemental episode I mentioned, I noticed that if you don't have a Necronomicon with you, and you click on them, Shepherd Chong Koya Gakadishtu. Go Necronomicon Command. They won't trade with you unless you've got a Necronomicon. You just get a bunch of sort of gibberish. And apparently he somehow knows my name. I guess he can see my invisible little name tag thing. Yep, okay. Off you go. So, that was the coins. At long last. Yeah. Okay. That was, Abyssalcraft is kind of awesome. I didn't show those off. Kind of because I didn't really need to. They were all up there. Huh. I guess doing that was sort of pointless. Oh, my work is so meaningless. Because everything I've talked about is in the Necronomicon. I'm Shepherd Chong, and this was an episode of Abyssalcraft. It's kind of awesome. I'm gonna go cry because of how worth this my life is. Blorp. Oh, that was amusing. Okay, recording is ending.